All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to talk about the undisputed MVP of the elemental world. I mean, the one single element that forms the backbone of all life as we know it. We are talking about carbon. So let me ask you something right off the bat. If you had to pick just one element, the one that is absolutely positively essential for every living thing on this planet, what would it be? Need a little hint? Okay, just look in the mirror. A whopping 18% of your body is made of this exact element. It's woven into your DNA, it builds your proteins, it's in every single cell. It is literally everywhere inside you. You got it. It's carbon. And really, understanding carbon is the key to unlocking the entire field of organic chemistry, which, let's be honest, is just a fancy name for the chemistry of life itself. So, what's its secret sauce? What makes this one element so incredibly special? Well, it all comes down to a couple of secret superpowers that allow carbon to create the millions of different compounds that life depends on. So let's break them down. Superpower number one has a fancy name, catenation. But all this really means is that carbon is the ultimate team player. It has this incredible, unique ability to form super strong, stable bonds with other carbon atoms. Seriously, think of it like a Lego brick that can connect to other Legos in an almost endless number of ways. And because of this, carbon can link up to form these long, straight chains, just like you see here. But it doesn't just stop in a straight line. Oh no, it can also branch out, creating these much more complex, tree-like structures. And it can even loop all the way back on itself to form these incredibly stable rings. It's this chameleon-like ability to build in basically any shape imaginable that allows for the millions and millions of different organic molecules that exist. It's amazing. Okay, carbon's second superpower is all about how it bonds. It makes what are called covalent bonds, which is just the scientific way of saying it's fantastic at sharing electrons with other atoms. But here's the kicker. It doesn't just form simple single bonds. It can form strong double bonds and even triple bonds. That kind of flexibility is a huge reason why it can build such a massive variety of really stable molecules. So with these incredible powers, carbon forms its most basic family of compounds, the hydrocarbons. And just like the name suggests, these are molecules made of only hydrogen and carbon. So, you ready? Let's meet the family. You can split hydrocarbons into two main camps. Over on the left, you've got your saturated ones, also known as alkanes. Now, they only have single bonds, so you can think of them as being kind of full. They're stable, happy, and don't have any room to make new friends. But on the right, you've got the unsaturated hydrocarbons, the alkenes and alkynes. These guys have double or even triple bonds, which means they're reactive. They've got room to form new bonds by adding other atoms. They are ready for action. Okay, so if hydrocarbons are the basic framework, like the, t-shirt and jeans of the molecular world, then functional groups are the accessories. They're the cool jackets, hats, and sunglasses that give each molecule its own unique personality and its own specific job. I mean, check this out. You attach a little OH group to a carbon chain, and boom, you get an alcohol, like the ethanol in hand sanitizers. But if you swap that out for a COOH group, you've just made a carboxylic acid, which you know as the acetic acid that makes vinegar so sour. These tiny little additions completely change a molecule's entire identity. And this all leads to a really neat concept called a homologous series. It's basically just a family of compounds that all have the same functional group, like all the alcohols, and they just get bigger one step at a time. They all behave in pretty similar ways, just like you'd expect from members of the same family. All right, enough theory, right? Let's get to the good stuff. Let's see how all this chemistry connects to the world around you because believe me, these carbon compounds are absolutely everywhere. And it's so true. The chemistry we've been talking about isn't just trapped in a textbook. It's in the fuel that runs your car, the food sitting in your kitchen, the stuff in your mezzanine cabinet, and all your cleaning supplies. Hey, remember those unsaturated alkenes we talked about? The ones that were ready for action? Well, here's one of their coolest party tricks. Through a process called an addition reaction, you can actually take an alkene, add some hydrogen to it with a little help from a nickel catalyst, and you saturate it, turning it into a super stable alkane. This is a fundamental process used all the time in the chemical industry. And here's the thing. You already know these molecules. You might not use their formal chemical names, but you know them. Ethanol? That's the alcohol that serves 1,000 purposes, from fuel to disinfectant. And ethanoic acid? You know that better as acetic acid. It's the stuff that gives vinegar its sharp taste and smell. Here is a perfect, everyday example of carbon chemistry at work, getting things clean. Soaps, right? They come from natural fats, and they work great, but only in what's called soft water. Detergents, on the other hand, which come from petroleum, are carbon compounds that have been specifically engineered to beat the minerals in hard water and still get the job done. So there you have it. From the simplest little chains to the incredibly complex molecules that make up you and me, carbon is the ultimate builder. It's the quiet, versatile, powerful foundation of our entire biological world. So the only question left is, with all its incredible powers, what's it going to build next?